Hey guys, okay, so I wanted to give an example this morning of vitamins and how they work, things like that. So we know that our digestive system, it takes about a half hour for things to digest all the way through our system, or to like hit your gut. And so a big conversation has been if something is not processing through your stomach in about a half hour, you're really just like not absorbing it. And so I wanted to walk through our vitamins and why they're different and do a fun little experiment with you guys. So many of you guys know I had Lyme's disease. There was actually an article that just got posted about it from Indie Maven. But something that in all of my health journey, I'm kind of like a giant nerd, and I'm learning different ways to like take care of my body and things like that. So this is just me kind of sharing my journey and what this like looks like with that. Essentially everything comes from like what we're eating and what our body is processing. So a lot of times I learned this is your stomach, right? That's where all of our issues start with, is in our digestive system. If it's not processing things, then you're not getting it. So if you're, let's say, for me, I really struggle to break down like gluten and dairy. So I would take like a digestive enzyme to help my body break it down. So that's one of the many reasons I tell people you need vitamins, is because we're not breaking down a lot of food. And sometimes you don't know what you're not breaking down or getting. So if you think about that, if your body can't break down certain foods, then it's the same with vitamins. If things are not getting like broken down, then your body's not absorbing them. So they have said, I've heard this on different podcasts, I heard it on The Doctors, they talked about this, that if you take your vitamins and you drop them in water, and if they don't dissolve in a half hour, that's essentially stuff that's not going through your body. Like your body's not absorbing that. So I wanted to kind of put out some things that are in my cabinet, and let's do this game today and see what's happening. Also, I did this probably 8 years ago, and when I saw it the first time on The Doctors. So I haven't done it since, so I'm really actually curious to see, because I don't know how you guys are, but I'll forget what I have in my cabinet or different things like that. And I've just accumulated a million more vitamins. So I will say this, I don't love to take vitamins. I have to take them one at a time. And so if I don't have to take them, I don't want to. Okay, so this is the first one I'm gonna drop in. So this is the Stress Aptogen. This one is from Nutrafol. The whole purpose of this is it's going to control your cortisol. Cortisol is what, for a lot of women, is what actually creates that like lower belly pudge. It's what holds on to a lot of weight you can't get rid of. So you guys can see in this one, here are some of the different ingredients that you have with it, which is amazing. Ashwagandha is actually meant for kind of like an anti-inflammatory response. So that's going to help with that. But there's just a bunch of different, and I'll talk about that later. But that's the first one. The next one is the vitamins that I'm actually taking. So I rotate through the different ones. So right now I'm on the men's, and I tell people I rotate probably every like year. So I have been on the, okay, so here's some other pills that I take. I am really low in magnesium, so I take that regardless of how many bananas I eat. So I just wanted to kind of show some of the other ones that I'm going to be putting in here. These are good quality vitamins. I don't know about this one. We'll see. I just kind of like pulled what was in my cabinet, and we're going to kind of see how they do. So, all right, here we go. So this one says you need to take 4. So we're going to put 4 in there. This one says you need to take 2. So we're going to put 2 in there. This one says 1. And we'll go back and kind of talk about the content of, geez Louise, this one's 5. 1, 4, 5. This one says 3. Okay, this one's 2. This one is 1. This one is 3. This one's 1. I actually though normally take 4, so let's just see what happens. This one says 2. So we're gonna take 4. And then this one's 2. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna turn on a timer for 30 minutes. Let's see what happens. I did just want to share this really quickly. So this is where we're at. And it's not even been, I don't even know, 3 minutes. So you can tell that one's starting to dissolve. That one's starting to dissolve. Look at that one. I'm like, whoa. All right. So let's see what happens. All right, guys, let's check it out. So mind you, when it's in your stomach, you're going to have things that are like squishing and turning around. So I always tell people when you're looking at your vitamins, just kind of touch them a little bit because these should really just like be broken down. So you guys can see this one didn't need to. It already just kind of did it. You guys can see how this is all in here. So realize you're going to have these things that are, you know, kind of massaging it. It's another one. You guys can see that one broke down, which is good. Yep. That one broke down as well. So that's good. That one had already before we left. Same with that one. Yep. You guys can see that one's broken down. And I used warm water. So I always encourage people to do that as well. Okay, so there's a good example. All right. So then there's this one. And you guys will see a lot of the capsules will be like a vegetable base sometimes. So that's what you'd see. Like you guys can even see the capsule in this one. All this stuff is down there. Let's see if I have to like, these cups are deeper than my fingers are. But you guys can see that one dissolved too. So this was the only one that didn't pass the test today. This is a great way for you guys to go through your vitamins and see what are you eating or, you know, taking. And that will give you an idea of what's actually digesting and what's not.